You're taking a live look at Doppler radar and our satellite image, seeing that there are some showers and storms across the tri-state right now, but there's also peaks of sun. I know when I drove in just a few hours ago, at this point it's been like 3 hours ago, but you get the point. What we're seeing right now is typical of more of a Florida pattern, if you will. Just because we've got the heat, the humidity, that now in the afternoon, these showers and storms are actually able to feed off of that heat and that humidity. So we're going to be updating exactly when we expect these to move out of the area, which news shouldn't be a shocker if you've been tuning in with us here at Fox 19. We're going to be seeing spotty storm chances at least until Thursday of next week. However, kind of like today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are not looking like washouts, but Thursday, we'll be watching for Thursday. I won't spoil that first alert extended forecast for you guys. Take a look right now at satellite and radar. So the way that I have it set up is that down here throughout the live stream, I will always have the radar image right below me. But the graphics that I'm referring to are going to be to my right. These are the ones that I'm able to control and I will control. So let's talk about what I'm seeing here on satellite and radar, which, yeah, some of us are cooking and others not so much. I'll zoom in to where we're seeing some of those more potent showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder as well, moving through southern Brown and western Adams counties. Brooksville in northern Kentucky, you got a decent shower through over the last few hours, but now you're starting to see the tail end of those showers. Now moving up north and west of Cincinnati, this is actually where we have some flood watches in effect. Nothing flash flood related quite yet. However, we are still under a risk for flash flooding. More on that in a second. Let's talk about what we're seeing. Not any lightning associated with these. In fact, these have lost a little bit of steam over the last few radar loops. This is the good news, and what we've been saying over the last few days is today, Saturday, is less about the severe threat and more about, hey, these showers, where we get them, they're going to pop up. They're going to be very slow moving. And so we're going to be seeing on the rainfall totals tonight, some of us going to get 0 on those numbers and others maybe several inches. And more than likely those in Decatur, Franklin, Fayette, Union, and Butler counties under the gun for not only those heavier rainfall totals, but also maybe some flooding as well. So you'll see it here, the flood watches that are in effect. It's where you see the green, not everyone, right? Now, what you see in the light green there, that's actually going to be a flood warning. And so we'll let you know if any of those are issued. And that's been kind of the hot spot for those flood warnings is out towards Indiana, where they've just had more rain in the forecast, whereas here those flood watches are in effect until 10 o'clock tonight, and that's when those showers and few rumbles of thunder are actually able to calm down a bit. Because once again, like Florida, the showers and the storms they need the heat, they need the humidity to kind of just bubble up and we're seeing that right now. So Mason, Westchester at 83 degrees, 81 at Harrison. And those of us that are getting the rain or have gotten the rain are in the mid 70s. Perhaps it's just a little cooler that direction. It's still equally as humid. In fact, look at these heat indexes. Yeah, where we're not seeing the rain, we're still seeing the sun. It feels closer to 89, maybe 90 degrees as far as those heat indexes go. So perhaps if you're thinking about heading to Kings Island, Mason has yet to get those showers. Westchester, same sort of deal, but I'd say Butler County, you guys still have a good opportunity to get those showers if you're not already seeing them right now. And what this means for your Father's Day is kind of a rinse and repeat of today, except get rid of a little bit of extra heat. Just because we have those showers and storms of today, of course, it takes a little bit away from the heat of tomorrow. And that's what we're seeing in your Father's Day forecast. We're waking up tomorrow, some of us not even dropping to the 60s. I wouldn't be surprised. Just with the clouds and the humidity kind of serves as a blanket for those temperatures. Now, we get into the day, and that's when those showers and a few rumbles of thunder are going to be able to pop up on radar. I'd say if you are having outdoor plans, specifically the morning ones will be better. It'll still be wet after the showers that we're getting today, and they, of course, will not have a lot of time to evaporate, let alone not a lot of sun to evaporate. But we've had worse Father's Day forecasts. You won't be battling any extreme heat or anything severe. It's just spotty showers and a few rumbles of thunder maybe needing to take your plans inside. Not for the entire afternoon, but for just small windows of opportunity. So let's time it out here. Again, the bottom is the active radar. The right is that first alert forecast model that I'm showing you guys. I'm controlling the ones on the right. So here's what we're seeing through your evening. Those speckles of showers and storms going to stick around, and then eventually night falls, and those showers will weaken overnight into Sunday. I think we wake up, if it's not to a good amount of clouds, then we're able to see the fog settle on in. I think most of this is just going to be clouds, though. We get into the late morning. I'd say the speckles of green you see here are just more showing this model's way of showing that humidity is starting to build. I think it's not until the afternoon, the heat of the day, closer to 3 or 4 o'clock, that these showers and storms start to arrive. More showers than storms, just with less heat. Here's 6 o'clock. I'd say if you are north and west of Cincinnati, closer to Indianapolis, if you're traveling to Indianapolis or even north to Dayton, your chance of rain drops a lot. However, if you're traveling south or east of Cincinnati, or if you live south or east of Cincinnati, you could be battling one of those small showers or a downpour. And then rinse and repeat there for Monday afternoon. And Monday in general, it starts mild, relatively dry, and then it does not end dry. But again, no washouts in this forecast, just annoying, pesky showers and a few rumbles of thunder. Nothing severe is the good news. Okay, we'll see if we have any questions coming on in, and we do. Susan saying, good evening, hope you are having a wonderful weekend. I am, thank you, Susan. I hope you are as well. Jen asking, hey, will we have any severe threats this week? I think we have a good opportunity later on this week. Of course, we're several days out, so I'm hesitant to say this is the absolute day that we're going to be watching, but we are seeing signs of drying out towards the late week, and so typically in order for us to break this hot, humid pattern, at least for a little bit, is with a cold front, and usually cold fronts will stir up enough lift for these thunderstorms to produce things like gusty winds, hail, and yeah, maybe tornadoes as well, but that's going to be for what I'm seeing right now on Saturday. It's going to be for Thursday of next week. So there's still several days out. I think right now, Jen, on the immediate forecast, it's just one of those, have the umbrella at the ready, have a plan B at the ready, but then again, no washouts for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Thursday, just because we've got the risk of some stronger storms towards the afternoon, we just want to stay weather aware heading into Thursday. All right, so again, no severe threat for today, tomorrow, and essentially the early week. It's just we have so many rounds of showers and a few rumbles of thunder. It's creating a little bit of a flash flooding risk. We're already seeing flood watches across the tri-state, flood warnings out west of the tri-state into south central Indiana. Here's the flash flooding risk. I mean, most of the Buckeye State, the Commonwealth, and Indiana as well underneath that marginal risk. This is the same from what we saw yesterday, and we're seeing it today and tomorrow. However, the thing that I'm seeing for Sunday, that slight risk, it's just a level up from that marginal risk of, instead of a level 1, a level 2, it's out east, out towards Parkersburg, Charleston, Athens, for any of my Bobcats out there, is under that slight risk for flash flooding, again, just with several rounds of showers and storms that are also very slow moving. So that's why we're seeing a marginal risk for flash flooding. Again, this is not the severe risk. There is really no severe risk, at least nothing too concerning at this point in time. Let's get you through your 7-day forecast real quick, and I'll address some more questions. So today, I mean, some of us are still cooking, still have yet to get their fair share of showers, but tomorrow, rinse and repeat. Just get rid of a little bit of heat. Temperatures in the upper 70s, but humidity on the higher side of the spectrum will still tap into those showers and a few spotty storms. Now Monday starts dry, that we have that afternoon chance, kind of like Saturday and Sunday, and then Tuesday, same sort of deal. I don't think you need to get rid of your Reds tickets. The Reds are at home starting Tuesday and continuing through Thursday, just because spotty storms could mean GABP is nice and sunny, but I don't know, what's a good example? But maybe Alexandria is not. And they're pretty close. And so don't cancel your plans quite yet. In fact, I don't think you'll need to cancel them at all. Just with spotty storms in the forecast, maybe you'll just want to wear your mud shoes and have the umbrella at the ready. Scattered storms on Wednesday. I will say Wednesday's creating a little bit more of a rainmaker, so maybe bumping that up to some scattered showers and storms. But then Thursday, Juneteenth, comes in with the potential of something stronger, maybe some severe weather in that as well. And that's because a cold front, or at least signs of a cold front, starts to kick on through, and we start to dry out by Friday. It's quick clearing into Friday, and those temperatures are very quick to bounce back. Once I address some questions, I'm going to show you the 8 to 14 day outlook, getting you that first alert on what summer, oh my gosh, what summer looks like, and it's looking sizzling, guys. It looks really, really warm. Okay, any other questions? Jeff's asking, any snow? Just kidding. No snow, at least not for us, Jeff. Though I was looking, and it's pretty interesting how common June snows are, at least just like a little bit of flakes here and there. It's interesting, but no, Jeff, absolutely not. Have you been outside? It's warm. It's hot. Thanks for watching, Jeff. Andrea, good evening. Happy Father's Day. You as well, Andrea. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying weather aware. Jeff saying he's done with the heat. Well, it's not even summer, Jeff. I'm sorry. I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm not a big fan of the heat, but we're going to quickly become accustomed to it because look behind me, the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. And so what the red means, or the orange, the warm colors, if you will, means that temperatures in the long-term forecast, aka days 8 through 14, aka June 22nd to June 28th, those are looking warmer than normal, well above normal to be exact. So not just us, but much of southern Ohio is looking like we're going to be receiving a lot of warm temperatures, maybe some humid dew points as well. I'm seeing signs of a heat dome, folks. You know what that means for us here in the tri-state. That means it's going to get hot, it's going to get humid, and it's going to be that way for several days straight. So this is, again, for June 22nd through June 28th, what you're seeing right there. All right, let's see if we have any more questions coming on in before I sign off. Amanda asking, any severe threats? Not for the short term, but something we'll be watching, Amanda, is Thursday. Maybe Thursday. That's just because we're seeing on the backside of Thursday some weather shifts where it's a little cooler. It's drier for sure by Friday. And so anytime we see a big shift in the weather pattern, it usually takes a good deal of showers and storms to do it, at least when we're going from warm to cold. All right. I appreciate everyone bearing with me. I know I'm kind of losing my voice right now. I'm doing everything I can to resurrect it, but alas, Mother Nature has other plans. Let's do one last look here at our radar image before I sign off here, because it is 6:13. I'm sure people are done with me yapping. All right, zooming back in, checking in on those showers and a few thunderstorms moving through areas south of Georgetown, just west of West Union and Adams counties. Again, while we are watching these showers and storms, they are mainly just rainmakers. I'm not seeing too many concerns of, or I'm not seeing any reports of small hail or gusty winds with this, but of course, I can be wrong. And other showers that we're going to be watching, again, showers. These guys aren't storms quite yet, but they're going to be trekking into very warm, moist air into Franklin and Butler counties. You can see that the line over Metamora, Batesville, just southeast of Connorsville. They're moving super slowly, but they're entering into, say, that warm, that moist air. It allows for pretty good thunderstorm development, and so that's why I think they have issued that flood watch to include Butler County, just because we're going to be seeing these showers slowly but surely trudging across the state line into southwest Ohio. If it moves slow enough, it will lose steam, but good news is I'm not forecasting anything strong or severe. Okay, I appreciate you all tuning in this afternoon. It is 6:14 on your Saturday. I know it is so busy in Cincinnati, so I do appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy Father's Day weekend to stay up to date with the forecast. And of course, I will be watching and giving you that first alert every step of the way. Should anything turn to the stronger side, you guys will be the first to know. But for now, signing off here in Queensgate, I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. Thank you again.